Hi, I'm Donna Wolf from Naztazia. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet the moss stitch. The crochet moss stitch is sometimes also called the granite stitch, the linen stitch, and the woven stitch. It's a reversible pattern that looks good on both sides. For this stitch pattern, any type of yarn will work. For my sample, I'm using regular acrylic craft yarn with a size H 5mm crochet hook. To begin the moss stitch, start off with a slip knot. And this particular pattern has a chain multiple of 2. So you can chain any even number of chains to make this work. If making a baby blanket, just ensure whatever number of chains you make in 40 inches that it ends on an even number. My sample here is 20 chains. Skip the first 3 chains, and then what we're going to do is place a single crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. And it's up to you if you want to go on the top loop or the bottom loop or both loops or the back loop. As I stretch this out, you can see the space left for later. Chain 1. And then what we're going to do is skip 1 stitch or 1 chain here, and then go into the very next chain and make a single crochet stitch. And I'm doing this loose so it can be seen on camera. Chain 1. But you can do this a little bit tighter as well. Again, skip 1 chain, and then go into the next chain with a single crochet, and then chain 1. And then I'm going to skip the next chain and go into the next chain with a single crochet and follow that with a chain 1. And we're going to continue across this row by skipping 1 chain and going into the next chain with a single crochet and then making a chain 1. As I go towards the end here, what's going to happen is I'm going to make my chain 1. I'm going to make my last single crochet stitch in the last chain. And here is what row 1 looks like thus far. Now as we move on to row 2, I'm going to start with a chain 3. And all rows from now will follow this row 2 pattern. And then turn my work. Now take note of that space that we did. And it's important to make sure you get it into the space and not into the stitch. We're just going to make a single crochet stitch. And then what we do is we make a chain 1. And then we go into the next chain space from the previous row. So find that space there and make a single crochet in it. And then make a chain 1. And then again, we're skipping the single crochet from the previous row and finding the space in between and making a single crochet. And then we do a chain 1. Following it, and we're going to continue this pattern across the row of making a single crochet in the next space and then follow it up with a chain 1. Now I'm going to do a chain 1, and I'm going to look where that space is at the end. If you recall, that was actually the beginning skipped chains. We're going to place the hook inside the space and make a single crochet stitch, and there won't be any chain 1s after this except when we do our turn here. So now what's going to happen is we're going to go on to row 3, and we're going to begin by doing a chain 3 and then turn our work. And then as before, what we're going to do is take a look where the space is from the previous row. And it's sometimes difficult because sometimes I myself accidentally go into a stitch instead of the space. But we do a single crochet and we do a chain 1, and then we follow that up with a single crochet in the next space, followed by a chain 1, and we continue this pattern across the row, ending with a single crochet in that last space. And at this time, if you want, for the next row, you can change colors. If you're unsure how to change colors, please see my many beginner tutorials on how to change colors with crochet. And then in this one, I'm just making a chain 3, turning my work, and then as usual, find where the space is and make a single crochet stitch and then chain 1. Now it's up to you. You can carry the yarn up or you can trim it as well. Once you master this surprisingly simple crochet moss stitch, the possibilities are endless. Please check out other tutorials from me on my Naztazia channel.